Good afternoon, Facebook, family, friends. Floretta Williams Johnson here again today on this cloudy Sunday evening. Um, I'm making my video today, but it's going to be a part two because I'm going to change locations. Okay, right now I am on Schoolhouse Lane and I am sitting in front of the empty lot where the city of Cambridge tore 611 and 613 houses down last week. And I'm making this video because I want to make the community aware of what's going on. And also want the community to know why I am fighting so hard for Miss Murray and her property to try to get her roof and other areas of her home up to par. Because as you can see, the house has been torn down. This is not what I want for my neighbor, Miss Murray Anderson. One thing I could say, the reason why this can happen is because when you're not informed, when you don't have somebody fighting for you, so folks can do what they want. Because you're the big fish in the sea, you can swallow up everything. No complaints, nobody making any noise, nobody saying anything. But for me, as a long-time resident on Schoolhouse Lane, I've been on Schoolhouse Lane over 40 years. When I came to Schoolhouse Lane, I was 17 years old. Okay, 613, which was over here behind me. I lived in that house for 30 years. A lot of folks may not be aware that 613 is the house where Judge Juice was born and raised on Schoolhouse Lane with his mother and his father. Next to that house, set on this side of me, was the Johnsons, Miss Flossie and Mr. Jim. This is where Kissy, Robbie, and the other brothers was raised. Now, just for everybody's knowledge, I did speak to Archie today and asked him could I talk about this situation. So he gave me permission. Like I said, 611 and 613. I lived in 613 for 30 years. Okay? I called that my home. I knew nothing else. So, did it hurt me to see the city of Cambridge bulldoze that house down? Yes, it did. I had a lot of memories in that house, and so did Judge Juice, Melvin, Gloria, Jackie, and Odie. They had a lot of memories in that house, and also Melvin's mother. So I just, want everybody to understand the serious nature of this situation and why I'm fighting for Miss Murray to try to get her property up to par. Because if your property is not up to par, this will be how it will be looking. And, when you think about these two properties, the Johnsons and the Juices, it was a lot of work put in both of these properties. Mr. Jim and Miss Flossie, they were hard-working people. I'm sure Miss Flossie picked a lot of crabs, struck a lot of orchards to buy this home in the year that she bought it. I probably wasn't even born when she bought this home. I probably wasn't even born when Melvin's dad, uh, Melvin Sr., bought this house for his children and his family. So when we look at Schoolhouse Lane as a whole, we already know that they want this property. They want to push us out because they want to put new rebuilt houses here so they can have Schoolhouse Lane looking like Wells Street. Okay? So we know this. This has been communicated to us in word of mouth, been communicated to us with different flyers in our mailbox and asking residents on this street to come to different meetings and voice our opinion and what we think about it. All of that nature. We already know around the corner on Chesapeake Court, they've already developed that property and it's already ready for houses to be built around there. So I just wanted to give you all a little history about these two properties down here, and I just want the community to know the serious nature of folks coming in and taking down your property, especially when you don't have any other options or nowhere to go. So this is why I'm advocating and I'm fighting for Miss Murray, because I don't want that to happen to her, and I don't wish to have an empty lot sitting beside me at all. So I just wanted to talk about this. I want to make the citizens in Dorchester County aware. Okay, there's a lot of Miss Murrays in this community. She's not the only one. Whether you can be older, disabled, but when you're living on a fixed income, sometimes the repairs on a house can get away from you, and it can add up into the thousands. Okay, so this is why folks are able to do this, because a lot of our people are not educated to know where to go and get help, or how to ask questions, or they don't know what the question to ask. Nobody is telling them, how you can seek help to make the necessary repairs on your house so you do not lose your house, so your house cannot be condemned and your house cannot be torn down. So I'm making this video just to try to make the folks aware. This is why I'm fighting hard for Miss Murray. I'm also fighting for my own property. I'm 64. I'm still working. I just recently got a roof put onto my house about 3 Saturdays ago. So I'm trying to make the necessary repairs to my home as well, because I am a homeowner at 603 down the street here, down that way. So I'm trying to keep the necessary repairs on my house so I won't have the city code trucks around here harassing me. So with that being said, I want to let everybody know that Miss Murray and we do have a sponsor now. I started this campaign with Miss Murray back in April, trying to get the roof and the necessary repairs done to her home. And I've been doing this all by myself. So I called on the Groove City Black Heritage and Culture Group, Inc. Veronica Taylor is the executive director of this nonprofit organization. She has agreed to represent me and Miss Murray as the nonprofit organization to help us to raise money to try to get the necessary repairs done to Miss Murray Anderson House on Schoolhouse Lane. I want to say to Veronica, thank you for becoming me and Miss Murray's sponsor. Your presence and your knowledge and your nonprofit organization is greatly needed and greatly appreciated. And with your guidance, I'm sure and I know that me and Miss Murray will be able to raise the necessary funds needed to keep her in her home. Like I said, I'm reaching out to private organizations, I'm reaching out to churches, I'm reaching out to everyday ordinary people, asking them for help. I'm reaching out to all businesses in the black community to ask for donations. And now that I have the Groove City Black Heritage Culture Group in my corner as my sponsor, me and Miss Murray, I think things are going to start looking up. And we're going to get the necessary funds that we're going to need to keep Miss Murray safe in her home. So I also want to share this with you all. I was over Salisbury yesterday trying to raise money, make some folks over there aware. I have some friends over Salisbury. And I had stopped over to the car store because I had a friend over there named Mr. Kenneth that I bought a pickup truck from. And when I got there, I found out that Mr. Kenneth didn't work there anymore, that he had moved on to another car dealership. So while I was there, I spoke to the management at the car store, and I asked them, did they donate to nonprofit organizations? They said yes. So I started, telling them about Miss Murray and my calls, and I gave my paperwork, my sponsor paperwork to them, and asked them, if they could pass it on to the upper management, if this is something they would like to do, or if they would consider donating some funds to our cause for Miss Murray Anderson. So while I was there, the young man said to me, he says, Miss Flo, he says, you're from Cambridge? I said, yes, I am. He says, we have a preacher here that is from Cambridge. I said, oh, you do? He said, yes. He says, he's right behind you. So I turned around and I looked. And I said, well, let me go over here and speak with him, because I didn't know the gentleman. So I went on over to his desk and I introduced myself. And he said that he has a church in Cambridge on Phillip Street called the New Birth Ministries. And his name is Bishop Dean A. Evans. So I sat down at his desk. I guess we had a conversation maybe about, 15 or 20 minutes. And I gave him, my paperwork, my nonprofit information and everything. And I started telling him about Miss Murray Anderson and the journey that her and I is on, trying to raise money, trying to reach out to the community, businesses, churches, private people, private church, other church organizations trying to raise money to get her property in a better living situation for her. So he invited me to service. So I agreed to come to service. And I must say, I really did enjoy the service. And the people there, him, his wife, and the congregation, they were very nice people. They gave me a lot of information of different folks that I could call. And I appreciate that, because this is how I'm going to be able to get this done. Through word of mouth, in the community, attending churches, going to different events, communicate with people, because people know other people that I do not know. So I'd like to thank the New Birth Ministries for having me today. I also like to thank Bishop Dean Evans for inviting me and making me feel at home as family in his church, and agreeing to help me in any kind of way that the New Birth Ministry can help me. I look forward to working with them and getting more information and guidance from Bishop Dean Evans and his wife. So with that being said, I wanted to pull my raffle, but I'm on Schoolhouse Lane and I don't have nobody here to pull my raffle. I have a young lady sitting across from me that I'm asking to pull my raffle, my neighbor, but she don't want to be on camera. But to make this legit, I have to say her name.
You don't make call my name.
I got to say your name, Eve.
That's it.
I got to say your name. And she's going to pull the raffle, you all. Because I said I was going to make this a 2-part video, because I thought maybe I had to leave. But she's my neighbor, and she's... Eve, come around.
I don't want to be on camera.
Well, put your hand so they can see your hand. She's going to pull the raffle. She don't want to be on camera, but she's going to pull the raffle out of the jar. So, Eve, can you read the name off that's on the raffle?
Rocky.
Rocky who?
That's all they wrote.
No, that's Pockets.
Pocket. Let me see.
That's
Yeah, Pocket. Right.
That's Peggy's son.
Peggy's son.
That's Pockets. So the winner of the raffle today is Pockets, the young man that lives over on Dunn's Court. So I will be delivering him his package today. And what we have today, Eve, take that. Get that top. This is what I have today. I have infusers. This is a home infuser with a light, with candles, where you can put it on the top and it makes your house smell good. And this is an infuser that you put the sticks in and it sends the aroma all through your house. So today, this is what you have won today, Pockets. Okay, I hope you like it. I will be delivering to you in a very few minutes. But anyway, you all, I want to say thank you for tuning in on another Sunday of my raffle giveaway. I hope you like and share this video. Please go to my GoFundMe page, Floretta Williams. So if you don't want to go to my page, you can just push in GoFundMe.com and Miss Murray's GoFundMe will pop up. So be kind and generous and donate and contribute to the cause, because it's needed. Because if you're not contributing to this cause, then you see behind me, this is going to be the results of folks not contributing, not helping in the community to help people to save their property, so this will not happen. so your house will not be torn down. And all your history and all your memories and all your hard work is gone. So, like and share this video. I'd like to say thank you for tuning in, and everybody have a blessed and beautiful Sunday. Thank you.